joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. No, it can't. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. It's who I am. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, it didn't. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. No, it can't. No, no. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away.
Okay, so good morning again and welcome. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. My name is Marilyn Gale. I am your former president of the board, now just a wonderful, happy member. I'm honored to be your MC today. And do we have any children present? Do we have There's little Rosa's here. Do we have somebody back there? Okay. Oh, great. Well, let's rub our hands together and welcome Rosa. So glad you're here today. So now we come to the place where we talk about who we are and what we believe. We are a supportive, inclusive spiritual community that celebrates all life. We aspire to live authentic spiritual lives through a practical application of the teachings of science of mind. And what we believe, we like to give what we call a high-level summary of science of mind beliefs. The first thing is that all thought is creative and influential. So that means watch out what you're thinking, because what you're thinking is what you are seeing and how things will transform in your life. Number two, there is only God Evil and devilishness starts and stops in our minds. So, yeah, the mind can be a dangerous or silly place to be. And if we allow God in, things turn out in a beautiful way. Number 3, everything in our experience is either a call for or an expression of love. So, that whole road rage thing, boy, those guys are calling for love, something awful. And what I do is I recall an experience I had where I was driving erratically. I had a serious emergency going on. And so whenever I consider not being present or being mad or something at another driver, I think of myself when I had that emergency. And I think, I can't know what's going on with those people. And I give them grace. That's the call for love, and I'm there for it. Number 4, you, however you got here, whatever your process was to be in this room or online visiting us today, we say you are whole, perfect, and complete as you are right now. Nothing needs to be fixed or changed. Just know you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And I'm so grateful that you're here. So if anybody's here in the room for the first or second time and you feel comfortable, will you please raise your hand or stand so we can welcome you? Welcome. We hope you enjoy your time with us. And, I forgot to ask someone to light our candle. How about you, Sharon? Are you willing to light the candle?
I've never done it.
Well, come on up. There's lighter and matches, and that is our large candle. And so as Sharon lights the candle, I let us know. We light this candle to celebrate the unity of all peoples, all faiths, all beings, all life, honoring infinity of oneness as all creation, seen and unseen, to remind us of the light of spirit within all of us. Thank you, Sharon. And I want to let you know or remind you, we are a praying community. There are lavender-colored prayer request sheets in the seat backs that you can fill out if you'd like to request a prayer. You put the completed prayer sheets in the wooden box that's located to the left of the door. In a wooden box. Yeah, I said that, I think. Yeah, and you put your prayer request in there, and each week the ecclesiastical team, the practitioners and ministers, get together, and then they pray on your prayer request all week. This is kind of a fun, special thing to do. And if you're wanting a individual prayer after service, Rev Mitch is actually the practitioner of the day. So you can ask him for a personal prayer if you need that. If you are joining us virtually, you can visit our website at sierracenter.org. Wait till after the service, please. And you click on spiritual support and prayer, and one of our practitioners will reach out to you for that personalized prayer. And now it's time for the announcements, and I'm going to go ahead and let you know what they are. Oh, okay, that's all right. Let's see. So first of all, the Dynamic Laws of Prosperity book study with Rev. Julia begins this Wednesday, July 1st, from 6 o'clock to 7:30, and that is going to be in person here and also available on Zoom. You can register still. Participants should obtain their own copy of Catherine Ponder's The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity. That would be the 2024 edition if you're shopping. Please try to find that one. Also, enjoy an uplifting evening of harmony and heart as the New Peace Choir and Medicina Musica share songs of peace, hope, and inspiration on Friday, June 26th. Doors open at 6 p.m. and the cost is just a love offering. All proceeds are going to benefit this center. And the rummage sale is coming up. It's going to be next Saturday on the 27th from 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. And it will be held at 133 Brunswick Road on the corner of Brunswick and Maltman. It's a great way to declutter and give back. So thank you for your support. Please sign up to help in the foyer. You can also talk to Diane. Raise your hand, please, Diane. Diane is in charge of the rummage sale. So if you have any questions, concerns, want to donate stuff, let Diane know. And she's very helpful, and she's really being a great role leader for that. Okay, that's the rummage sale. Also, that's Saturday's rummage sale. On Sunday is the Pride Family Festival, and we are going to be having a table there at Condon Park Picnic Pavilion. There's going to be a free barbecue. All dietary needs will be provided. Come visit the booth. We do have temporary tattoos for the children, and hang out as long as you want. Enjoy the time. Oh, temporary tattoos for all. What the heck? What the heck? Let's enjoy. We have another class coming up. Registration is open for Ignite Your Life with Bible Wisdom. This is a 7-week Centers for Spiritual Living accredited course exploring the metaphysical meaning of biblical stories and the teachings of Jesus through the lens of science of mind. This is going to be facilitated by Rev. Mitch and Rev. Lanny. Starts on June 30th and it'll be on Tuesdays until August the 11th. It's from 6 to 8:30 p.m. in person, also via Zoom if you're interested. You can see the flyer for more details. That flyer is also going to be online if you'd like to register for Zoom classes. Information flyers and sign-up sheets for all the classes and events that I just spoke about, and possibly more, are located right here in the foyer. You can find Zoom links and details about all our announcements in our weekly newsletter and on our website, which is sierracenter.org. And at this time, I'm giving you a friendly reminder to please silence your cell phones.
So we have a little special honoring of our fathers in the room. If you are a father or a father figure, please stand up so we can honor you. Wonderful. If you are a grandfather, remain standing. Grandfathers, remain standing. Nice. Great-grandfathers, remain standing. Any no greats, okay? Just one great was enough, okay? Thank you for all you do. So grateful that you're here sharing your special day and Sunday with us today.
Yay, fathers. Okay, and now Jessica Sunshine will be giving us some more joy through music.
I haven't done this one since the first time I did it. I'm glad you're here to hear it, Deborah. She likes this one. It's about starting over, taking a pause, and then continuing. Taking a pause, continuing on, or starting over, however you interpret it. I'm on my 11th or 18th wind by now, but I'm still going to sing second because it flows better. Sleep is deep but full of haunted dreams. I thank God not all of them came true. Dreams that thin my will, ones that break the bridge that leads to you. To you. I forgot the sky was bright and blue. Bursting through the swollen clouds, I see it now. I trudge through trails and twists, deciding to relax my blistered fists. My blistered fists. So I drop my bags and look upon the road I came here on, and rest my calloused feet and fevered limbs. And in the sun I recognize the road ahead is really not so long. I might need some help to find my second wind. My second wind. Hope is the fierce fire in your eyes. Curious beliefs, well, it inspires me, it inspires me. Blow into the suffocated embers of my heart, my heart, ignite my heart. So how do I explain the way these blessings overflow? Rags are in the laundry and my cup is getting full. You brought me through the crossroads when I thought I had no friends, and brought me up to find my second wind. A song is on my lips and now it's time to sing again. And breathing deep I felt my second wind. My second wind.
I'm Reverend Mitch, your spiritual director, and today's practitioner of the day. The reading I have is from our Science of Mind magazine, which we're selling over there. The Love and Expansive View version of the magazine, page 37. True healing begins the moment we invite love into the spaces that feel closed, such as emotional resistance, old wounds, fear, or tension. Love does not rush the process or avoid discomfort. It gently embraces whatever causes the discomfort, offering compassion that allows transformation to unfold at its own pace. Today, notice where you carry tension, resistance, or worry. Instead of pushing these feelings away, invite love into those places through breath, prayer, compassionate awareness, or intention. Love does not judge the wound. It simply embraces it. In doing so, love dissolves the barriers that keep us separate from our wholeness. And now we will go into our meditation, and I will take us out with prayer. one presence, one being, one life. And this presence is a back of all things seen and unseen. It's shining the sun, it's spinning the planets, it's breathing each and every one of us. And this presence, it is love, it is wise, it is powerful. There is no spot that it is not. It is in the seen and unseen places, and it goes out before its creation, preparing the way. And I know that it has already prepared the way for today's service, knowing that each heart is expanded, each mind is open through the message, through the meditation, through the prayer, through the music, through the fellowship, heart meeting heart. And I name and claim that the power of love looms large today in our minds, in our heart, in the very cells of our being, in the very fiber and essence of who we are. We are love incarnate. We are love in action. And I name and claim and know this for each and every person, that we now act and choose from a place of love, no matter how the world shows up. We are the ones we've been waiting for. And we are fully imbued with all of the power, all of the wisdom, and all of the love that is needed for the journey ahead, that is needed to sustain and grow this beautiful community, that is needed in the world. It's enough. Love is always enough. And so I simply release this word with a deep heart of gratitude in the perfect activity of love and law. I let it go, I let go, I let good, I let God. And together we say, and so it is. All right, we will have another song from Jessica Sunshine.
This one's a true story. To the sound deafening all around, what could possibly be worth waking me from my sleep? Reluctantly, I crack the door and shake my fist as I watch them soar. Fog, my ears begin to hear a song. Once lost in translation, now I wanna sing along. Come see, I found some seeds. There's enough for you and enough for me. Stay away from this tree. I must protect my family. Danger, watch out for that. But I got your back, please help. I'm feeling scared, they're all so big down there. Wait a second, let me drink sweet, sweet nectar, my favorite tree. One more song as I build my nest, so we can have a place to rest. And best of all, my favorite line, I listen as they sing, and you can hear for miles like it's going out of style. I'm flying, I'm flying. Hear me sing, I'm flying. Wait a second.
Give it up one more time for Jessica Sunshine. By the way, she's back. She's in Folsom now. I know, we might get her back. This would be great. Also, I want to say that we've had a lot of good feedback on Amy Steinberg coming in remotely. Yeah? Do people enjoy that? Yes? So she will be coming back. And actually, at the end of this month, next Sunday, we're going to have Jessie Powers in remote as well. And so she's definitely on the level there of Amy. So happy Sunday, everyone. Turn to somebody, say, glad you came. Yeah. All right. All right. Come on back, kids. Come on back. Come on back. I just lose ya the minute you start visiting. So I also want to say happy Juneteenth. It's another form of liberation, right? So there is a Juneteenth celebration going on at the Center for Spiritual Awareness today. So if you want to head on down, I'm going to go down to West Sacramento. There's going to be food, a drum corps, music, readings. It's going to be great. Everyone's welcome. It's free. Just come on down. I want to thank Diane Meisler for these flowers. These are fresh from her garden. Aren't they beautiful? And I also want to thank Diane and Virginia for spearheading the rummage sale. And in fact, if you go to the corner of Brunswick and Maltman, you're going to see a big, beautiful sign there that says rummage sale. So there now are expectations. So please bring your stuff. And if you want to bring it on Friday, there's a window you could actually bring it there on Friday. Just touch base with Diane and she can help you get all connected to that. I do want to be clear, the dynamic laws of prosperity are not this Wednesday, it's the Wednesday after. So July 1st, and hey, you need something, it's not just about money. You need more time. Who needs more time? Who needs more energy? Who wants more friends, more love, right? It's all about that. Get on the sign-up sheet over there and we'll make sure you get all the email and everything you need. Lastly, I'm really hoping that the Ignite Your Life with Bible Wisdom goes. Right now we have 2 people. We need at least 2 more. Here's the thing. Many years ago, if I would have heard that title, I would have said, yeah, I've been ignited. I've been burned by the Bible. Like, I don't want to go anywhere near it, right? Is what I would have said. And then I took a chance and I took a class and it opened a whole new world to me. The Bible's no longer something I fear. It's something actually I love. And I love the stories in there. And there's a little hint. See, back in that time, people couldn't just outright say the principle, couldn't just outright empower you because there was all kinds of politics going on. Didn't want you to have the power. So they had to say it in a different way. And what we're going to do in this class is to help you hear how they were saying it. Jesus said, those who have ears, let them hear. It was a dog whistle. Don't pay attention to the surface, go deeper. And that's what we're going to do in this class. And in fact, you don't even have to buy the Lamps of Bible. You don't have to buy the Metaphysical Bible. It's all online. And here's my guarantee to you. I'm even going to make a guarantee. How about this? You take the class, you don't like it, or any reason at all, we'll give you your money back. Seriously. I will personally write you a check. It's that powerful and it's that amazing. And I'm thrilled to be teaching it with Rev Lanny. So, you got 2 really good people on that one. So I'm not starting with a joke, but here's what I am going to start with. A demonstration. Who wants to hear the good news? I have a demonstration. I want to testify to prayer. So the Ministry of Prayer, we get together every Tuesday. And 3 Tuesdays out of the month, we pray for each other. Because we want to fill each other's cup, right? How can we go serve you if we're not filling ourselves? So we ask for prayer. And I ask for prayer for my neck. And so I have a bone spur, and sometimes it messes with stuff back here, and I get kind of left side issues, like my leg will do this or something like that. And so I asked for prayer for that. Then I heard somewhere in my head, you're going to love this, but don't laugh. But laugh. Pray for your entertainment system in your car. I thought that was weird. What am I going to? Okay, so I asked for it. True story. Since I got my Mazda about 6 months ago, the radio, the entertainment, when I have it on my Bluetooth, cuts out. And it was cutting out every 2 minutes, and it would reboot, the little circle, I get the whole thing. Well, something happened and it started cutting out every 30 seconds. So, I thought I'd fix it and I reset the factory settings. Bad idea. Now it wasn't connecting to my phone. It was just a mess. So I asked for prayer for my entertainment system. I'm not kidding you. I got into my car after that prayer, turned it on. It automatically paired with my phone and has not cut out since ever. Ever. And guess what? My neck's feeling really good. And this is not the first demonstration I've had with this prayer group. Powerful prayer practitioners, because they do the work on themselves. We pray every day, and we're here to pray for you. So no, there's nothing outside of God's reach. Put it in the box. Watch what happens. Okay, enough of the demonstration. Amen, hallelujah. Okay, one of those? I know, we're going to have that kind of church today. So I want you to think of someone or something right now that you find genuinely hard to love. Not just annoying, not just inconvenient, something that makes your stomach tighten or your jaw clench, someone whose name, when it pops up on your phone, you do a deep exhale before answering, right? Bring something up, or maybe it's a group of people or an institution. Got that? I want you to hold on to that, because in today's message, as we go through it and we get to the end, we're going to revisit that. See, we are a community that speaks boldly about love. Even our founder, Ernest Holmes, says there is but one ultimate impulsion in the universe. This impulsion is love. And we see love sprouting out everywhere. We affirm it. We treat with it, we pray with it, we teach it, we speak it aloud to those we hold warmly in our hearts. Yet there's a version of love we sometimes skip. A love that doesn't just flow towards the beautiful, the easy, and the familiar. A love that goes to the hard places, to the wounded places. The places we'd rather not look at. And today, we're going to go there together. We're going to talk about loving the unlovable. Loving the unlovable in the seeming other, in ourselves, and in the systems and structures that shape our world. Now, you might ask, Mitch, why does that matter? Why does it matter? Well, because love that only flows towards what is already lovable isn't love, as Holmes understood it. In fact, it's a preference. And preferences alone cannot heal the world. They keep the world divided into the deserving and undeserving, into the whole and the unwhole, into the us and them. The continued division and withholding that comes from not loving the unlovable hurts us all. Because at some point, we get judged as the unlovable one. Anyone ever been judged as the unlovable one? I know I have. And then it gets passed around like a big game of not it until some unsuspecting person gets the short end of the consideration, the inclusion, or the kindness. Holmes described love as the pure essence of divine givingness. It's not selective givingness. It's not conditional givingness. Divine givingness. In fact, we have a word for divine givingness. You know what it is? It's grace. We've all experienced grace. We've all experienced a help or getting out of something, and even times when we didn't deserve it. See, you can't earn divine givingness, and you can't lose it. It's always there. That's the kind of love that we came from, the kind of love we've been called to be. It's the very nature of everything and everyone, including the people we've deemed unworthy or less than because of something they did, where they came from, who they associate with, or even how they voted, or something. The question we're holding this whole month and we're embracing is this idea of love in action. And really, when we step into this question, it's embracing a tension of opposites where wisdom really resides. And the question is, are you able to let love be present in the uncomfortable and the good? The not so good and the good, the unwanted and the wanted, right? That's the tension of opposites that love is big enough to hold. It doesn't ask if you're manufacturing loving feelings. It doesn't ask if you can let love be present. That's a very different invitation. The invitation that I'm talking about is loving acts, loving inclusion, loving connection, loving grace, loving acceptance. It doesn't require that you feel the emotion. We can still be love in action, but sometimes we withhold. Sometimes people do things we don't understand or that feel painful, yes? And we feel like we want to withhold. I had an experience with this with my brother. My brother and I had a little bit of a complicated relationships. He was about 9 years older than me, and at 17, he left our home. And then we lived with him for a short period, and then he disappeared, and he came back when I was 9 years old. And then he disappeared and came back when I was 15. He came back to our doorstep. He was broken, alone, and desperate. And we took him in. And then he left again, and he disappeared for 20 years. And not only did he disappear for 20 years, he had expressed to me that our mother had a problem. She had a drinking problem. She was deep in her addiction. And then he left. And he left me alone. No family, no friends to talk to, no counselors. He was my support, and he left. And when he came back when I was 35, I thought, here's our chance. Maybe we can repair. Maybe we can do relationship differently. But I was still on the edges of his life, no matter my situation. One event actually put me over the edge. He called up one day to say, hey, we want to invite you to the annual family gathering. He thought it was so great that he could invite me. And my situation at the time was I was in between jobs. I didn't have any money to fly out to New Orleans. I said, well, it's kind of a struggle for me. He didn't offer. He didn't problem solve with me. He didn't say, we got to get you there. He said, well, we hope you can make it. It's like having a group of bougie friends that say, go on a tour to Greece for 20 days and you're working 3 jobs to make a meal. Didn't feel good. I didn't feel seen. And so I cut him out of my life. I gave him the cold shoulder, didn't show up to anything anymore. And I thought retribution would give me some sense of satisfaction, but it didn't. The only thing that would give me the love and connection I wanted from my brother was forgiveness and unconditional acceptance for who he was and how he was. Not because he deserved it, but because I could either have my righteous indignation or I could have my brother. Warts, lumps, bumps, and all. So I chose the unconditional love and acceptance. I was still on the edges of his world. I would fly out to Kansas City because he never had time to see me. And you'd think, me coming that far, he'd take a day off, but no. He'd work every day I was there. We never went fishing. We never hung out. But I was there. And we had moments. And those moments were enough. And as many of you know, my brother passed last year. And I'm so grateful I made the choice to let it go. And get what connection and love was there. And now I'm at peace with it. So I want you to think of a moment when you encountered someone or something or some part of yourself that you found genuinely hard to love. And the invitation, it's just a small one. Think of that person, situation, or part of you that you came into the room with. And ask yourself gently, without judgment, what would it cost me to let love be present here? What would it cost me to let love be present here? Not to feel warmly, not to approve, just present. And sit with that question as we move forward. See, sitting in the questions can reveal more as it deepens and expands in our consciousness. You might see something you didn't see before. You might know something to do or take a new action. See, move into what does it actually mean to love the unlovable? We're going to visit 3 arenas. 3 arenas. You know arenas? You do the work in the arenas, you get in there, do the hard stuff. Well, we're going to go to 3 arenas one at a time. And the first arena we're going to go to in loving the unlovable is loving the unlovable in the other. And here's the thing, it doesn't mean absorbing harm, doesn't mean being a doormat, doesn't mean excusing cruelty or pretending behavior doesn't matter. It means staying connected to the recognition that beneath any behavior, no matter how harmful, there is a human being. And as we talk about, it's either a call for love or an expression of love. It might be a call for love. Holmes taught that we're all an expression of the one life. And loving them is not the same as approving of them. I didn't approve of the abandonment. I didn't approve of being on the edges. But I was still going to love him. And we can do that. You know who did that under the eyes of the nation? Scarlett Lewis. Who knows who Scarlett Lewis is? Well, you're going to know who she is now. She lost her 6-year-old son, Jesse, in the Sandy Hook Elementary shooting. In the days after the shooting, she found a message Jesse had written on the kitchen chalkboard. 3 words: nurturing, healing, love. 6 years old. Most people in her position would have been consumed by rage, and no one would have blamed her. And she was for a while. And then she did something that defies easy explanation. She began to study the life of the shooter, not to excuse him, but to understand what conditions produce someone capable of that kind of violence. She came to a stunning conclusion. The same disconnect and fear that shaped his inner world was present in varying degrees in millions of children across the country. She founded the Jesse Lewis Choose Love movement. Who's heard of the Choose Love movement? There's like stickers and all kinds of stuff. This movement has now trained over 2 million educators and students in the root causes of violence, mental suffering, and bullying through proactive emotional education. You have to lean into love to do that, because love makes you more courageous. It makes you stronger. She went to the root of the problem, right? She didn't say the shooter was lovable. She didn't say she felt warmly towards him. She said love as a practice, as a force, as a choice was more powerful than her hatred. And she was right. Notice she didn't lobby for harsher, longer sentences or the death penalty. She went to the root of the problem. You know, Holmes says the principle of love is the great transforming power which brings everything into harmony. It's the unifying principle, the creative element, the motivating power of all that is fine and noble. And the key phrase is here, transforming power which brings everything into harmony. See, Sandy was able to come into harmony with a place to go with her pain that was loving. Me letting go and accepting my brother brought me into harmony in our relationship, to have something to connect to. Arena number 2, and probably the toughest arena, I think, is loving the unlovable in ourselves. Right? Our relationship with love is our relationship with ourselves. And for most of us, we're our harshest critic, right? It lives right here. You can't get away from it, you know? And science of mind tells us that love is not something we earn, it is something we are. It is the essence of our being. You know that whole, perfect, and complete we talk about? That's what we're talking about. At your essence, you are love. You're made of love energy. Doesn't mean we don't make mistakes or we don't have areas or things we want to change, but at our core, that's who we are. The parts we hide, the parts we decide are too broken or too shameful or too far gone, those parts, especially those parts, are the parts we need to love the most. For only love can liberate the part of our innermost selves that we reject. And here's the thing. What we reject, we protect. Let's say that. What we reject, we project. I had a story of projection. When I went to college, I was on a softball team. And the first year, I was not part of the cool kids. I never got invited to the parties. I felt like an outcast. But by the third year, I was the cool kid, right? And then there was this one player who was awkward. We'll call her Heather. And she was always kind of late to the conversation, socially awkward, said weird things. And when me and the other cool kids got together and we'd talk about going to a party and they'd say, "What about Heather?" I'd say, "Oh, don't invite her." Right? She was now it. Remember? Big game and not it. And I was projecting all of that pain now because I wanted to reinforce me being with the cool kids. But deep down, I still felt imperfect. Part of me felt socially awkward, right? I was mirroring my pain and my judgment and exclusion of her. I was projecting it. Thankfully, my bestie, Esther, she's like, "Nope, we got to invite Heather." And you know, Heather came, and she was a lot of fun. And I learned something. I learned a lesson in humility, and I felt a little ashamed that I advocated that she not go to the party. See, what we reject, we project. There's a writer, Miri Nana Ama Dankwa. She wrote a book called Willow, Weep for Me. And this book talks candidly about clinical depression within the Black community. And by the way, in the Black community, mental unwellness is stigmatized. The culture's like, you got to be strong, just get over it, right? But she publicly acknowledged that she herself was struggling and that many people in her life thought she was unlovable. And she wrote, in a way, she named the parts of herself she had hidden, that she had not resolved them neatly or declared them healed. She simply said, "This is a part of me, and I will not cut it off to make you comfortable." Sometimes we want people to change, to cut off parts of themselves to make us comfortable. That's not love, and it's not loving. So I invite you to sit quietly, to bring one part of yourself to mind that you've been withholding love from. A mistake you keep revisiting, maybe a characteristic you've decided makes you less than, or a chapter of your life you wish you could have skipped or done differently. I want you to call that up. And now we're going to say this phrase out loud. I celebrate all of me as the fullness of love. Together. I celebrate all of me as the fullness of love. You know, it took a long time for me to embrace my ADD, attention divinely divided. A long time. I hid it. I defended it. I ran from it. I made excuses for it. I beat myself up for not meeting deadlines or missing things or leaving my Coke can everywhere. Until one day, I just embraced it. Because on the other side of it is many wonderful things. And you know, even your greatest strength has a shadow side. Why don't we just embrace all of it? Not because, and we say this, not because it's immediately true, but because practicing this is a new relationship with yourself. If that felt weird to say that, keep saying it until it doesn't feel weird anymore. That's when it gets in deep. Now we're going to go to the third arena, loving the unlovable in institutions, systems, groups of people, politics. This is the one that can make us the most uncomfortable. See, we live in systems. We have healthcare systems, education, economic, government, criminal justice, religious, and we could name many more. Some of these systems have caused profound harm. Maybe to us, maybe to the people we love or the communities we care about. But let's be precise. Loving the unlovable in institutions or groups of people does not mean endorsing outcomes we find harmful. It does mean silencing, and it doesn't mean silence in the face of injustice. It doesn't mean any of those things. And it doesn't mean spiritual bypassing. Oh, everything's good. No, everything's not good all the time. But it means something more demanding. It means refusing to let hatred of a system harden into hatred of every person within it. Losing our capacity to see each other's humanity. That's the real harm. That's the real danger. Recognizing that institutions are just made of people, and people are expressions of the one life, no matter how far their behavior has drifted from that truth. Something bigger than our self-interest or coveted points of view needs to kick in if we're going to heal it. You know who was able to hold this tension of opposites? Gwen Ifill. I'm not sure if I said her name correctly. She's one of the most respected journalists in America. She moderated vice president debates. She was a host of Washington Week. She covered political institutions at the high level. One of the very few black women in the room. And when asked how she maintained her composure covering leaders whose politics caused real harm to communities she cared about, she said something pretty close to this. My job is to witness accurately and with integrity. The moment I stop seeing people as people, I have lost the ability to do that. See, we got to be the witness. She was not practicing spiritual bypassing. She was practicing one of the most demanding forms of love there is, the love that keeps our eyes open and its heart open at the same time. And that can be hard to do. So how do we actually love the unlovable, no matter where we find it? We need to take action. Not inspired feelings, but practices, because love as a lived experience is built incrementally with intention over time. It's a journey. Holmes was clear. Love is the impartation of the self, the givingness of everything we are, or the hope to be or have, and giving it in joy and without reservation. Without reservation. Without conditions. And here's the irony. The law of giving, receiving, the more love we give, the more unconditional love, the more we get back. The more we see, the more we can embody, the more our energetic system expands to embody more love. That's where we need to go. See, that kind of love is not an emotion. It's a discipline. It's a practice. It's a choice. Scarlett Lewis made that choice by creating the Choose Love movement. Mary Nana Ama Dankwa chose not to cut off parts of herself. Gwen made the choice over and over again in the pursuit of truth to be told and was the witness. See, there are so many ways to choose love. And here's one thing you might need to do. You might need to practice the power of the pause. Before you react to something or someone you find hard to love. Whether it's a person, a headline, a phone call, just pause, take a breath, and ask, can I let love be present here? Can I let love be present here? You know, we began this morning by holding something hard, something or someone we find genuinely difficult to love. And we have been asked by our theme of the month, our tradition, by each other, to stay in relationship with that difficulty. So that's what I'm going to ask you to do. You don't have to pretend it doesn't exist. You don't have to perform a love that you don't feel yet. But let love be present. What's one thing you could do? What's one thing you could practice? What's one thing you could choose in that relationship that would move the needle towards love? You know, Holmes wrote that love is the pure essence of divine givingness. It gives. It doesn't withhold. And when we choose to move towards the unlovable in others, in ourselves, and in the structures and groups and people around us, we are not doing something heroic. We are simply aligning ourselves with the deepest current of the universe. We are letting love do what it is always going to do. It moves through everything, all of me, all of you, including the parts we haven't fully welcomed, including the relationships we haven't fully opened or healed, including a world that hasn't fully released fear. That's our work. It's also a gift. All month we've been talking about exploring higher, deeper love. How to do it, why it's important. Be bold, be brave, and act from your highest nature, even when others don't. You just might be the reason someday someone chooses differently. You might be the reason they choose to love the unlovable. Thank you. Thank you. If you will please stand, I will read our affirmation once, and then we will read it together. The divine givingness that is love moves through me in every experience, and I choose to let it lead in how I see and how I respond and how I engage the world. Together, divine givingness is the love that moves through me in every experience. I choose to let it lead and how I see, how I respond, and how I engage the world. And so it is. If you will, please have a seat and take your gift in your hand and put it on your heart. Also, you can give by texting 44321 and typing in Sierra CSL. That's the way you can give online. And our envelopes also have a QR code. So let us read our intentional giving statement together. I give this gift with love and joy from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses and prospers all that I give and all that I receive. And so it is. Please send the basket. So let's take a collective breath in. As we focus our intention with greater love, greater courage, greater choices that move us towards love, and we infuse this energy of money with that love to move through this center into the community, state, nation, and world as it circulates around with this love energy that heals, uplifts, and makes whole. And I release this word into the perfect activity of love, and together we say, and so it is. All right, we got some thank yous. Please thank Javon and Pat as our ushers today. Our newbie candlelighter, Sharon. Good job. Announcements, Marilyn. Streaming tech, Diana and Diane, the 2Ds over there. Sound, Sharon. Sign placer, Carol. And our platform hostess with the mostest, Marilyn Gale. Good job. And last but not least, the Jessica Sunshine is our guest musician. So what are you taking away from our experience together today? Shout it out. Acceptance. Happiness. Love. Giving. Beautiful. One. Allowing. Oh, yes. Allowing. Beautiful. All right. So, if you will please stand, we will do our benediction shortly. All right. Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. It's this thing called loving the other. It's this thing called self-love. It's this thing called loving the world. I know it. I feel it. I sense it. Because I am it. And so it is. Take it away, Jessica.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as our creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Yeah.
Happy Father's Day, everyone. I hope you can join us next Sunday after church at Condon Park. Please have some cookies and coffee in the kitchen.